Hello traders, Constantino here. Welcome to Trade Chart Patterns like the pros. Today we are having a look at the gold chart. We are gonna start from the daily time frame chart. That's the time frame that we're looking at. And I haven't prepared anything for this video, any script, anything like that. I've been checking in YouTube how to make a good video, and I end up watching algebra. So yeah, definitely I wasn't in the right path. So I just decided just to go on and let's see what happened. Anyways, looking at the naked chart in the 1 day time frame chart, we can see like a starting point to the high. We have a low, a high and a low. I'm gonna just drop some lines and let's see what it comes from there. So we have this low to that low, then we have this high to this low, and what we can see basically is a symmetrical triangle, and what we have is a fake out, like a sort of a fake out that the price has done there. Now it has break below, but we don't know, it's break and retest. I don't think so. I don't see a lot of volume here, so it looks like to me like it's a fake out right now. Let's name it. Let's name, first of all, let's ensure that we're doing that's gonna be visible on the daily. That's gonna be visible on the daily because we are gonna drop to the 4 hours time frame chart, and we are gonna continue our analysis as well. And then I'm gonna do the price points. So we are gonna have A, B, C, D, and E. And if you've been trading symmetrical triangles before, that wouldn't be surprised that E points not always normally tends to fake out before the price is gonna move to the upside. But this is we need to wait and see what the price is gonna do. So A, B, C, A, B, C, D, and then E. C, D, and then we have the E, and the E tends to be always on the fake out side, and it should looks like AC, like ACE, and then a BD. So that is like normally when I do the symmetrical triangles, that's how it tends to look. Now I should have ensured that this looks on the daily. Okay, so I shouldn't have right now, I shouldn't have anything on the 4 hours time frame chart. Let's have a look. Okay, so the price is trading in between a symmetrical triangle with the probabilities that we have a fake out here. Okay, so price should trade break with volume to the ceiling of the symmetrical triangle. Resistance should be break, retest, and continue to the upside. So we'll see. I confirm patterns with volume, okay, because the market, it can be manipulated, price can be manipulated, but in volume there is nothing to be but volume, and volume will be indicating market participants. Okay, so that it's a good way to identify after you. That's a good way to confirm if you are in the right direction or not. I'm gonna just, for example, draw some volume bars. So we have volume over here, and normally what I want to see with these volumes is that the price won't take the volume. It will fill a percentage of it, but it won't take that volume bar. So we can see that we have volume bar here from the beginning of C, We have volume here, but we have volume at the, this will be a fake out, so the market has fake out that this previous high. However, yes, the market has stayed, has covered that volume. And then we have to the downside, we have no volume to be seen, basically. Okay, so we have the volume to the upside. We can see the volume to the upside, we have retracements, we have volume to the upside, we have a retracement, and then we have volume is to the upside. We can see that the retracement takes longer, they are a little bit more nasty or noisy than that what is where the market is heading. Normally, if it's a bullish pattern, the price will tend to show strength on to the bullish side. Another thing that I want to do now that I have these ABC points here, I see another structure over here, and what I see is this. I most probably look that at the 4 hours. That can stay in 4. If I take this swing here and I copy and paste, we can see that there is very close. I mean, a 90% swing. Not only in time but in price as well. Yeah, so we are gonna go into the 4 hours time frame chart, but before, because we are gonna do this pattern, and this is gonna be the pattern that we are gonna be looking for this structure over here. Before I move from here, I want to take a second and see that I don't really missing anything. Before I'm gonna move, I'm gonna drop the Fibonacci already that I have this to a double drive basically, okay? This is A, B, C, D, so this is a double drive structure. Now that I have this pattern, I'm gonna take these levels, and I'm gonna set the Fibonacci ratio, Fibonacci sequences, with some Fibonacci derivative numbers. In this case, I use the 23, 38, 61, 78, and then the 100 that it should be somewhere on the top as well. So when I use in the Fibonacci, this will be my prior numbers. So I will use, for example, 23 normally I use as entry level. The 38, it will be a support. The 100, it will be a resistance, and the 61 and the 78 will be my first targets. Okay, so looking in this pattern structure right now, this double drive, the 61.8, it will have been a first target. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and ensure that we have this is gonna be in 4. We can use 1 to use the Fibonacci and on the daily. And let's see how 4 looks like. We'll be using a zigzag as well, and the 200 moving average to see what happens. So we have the 200 moving average. Price is definitely trading above, even though it has break below. But we can see how the 23%, the price has found support in the 23.6% a couple times so far. The 38.2 is not respecting very much that this line, and the 61.8 we can see that we have resistance and then we have all-time high as well. So we can remove, the 200 moving average indicate that the bulls is still in control of the market, yeah, but it really doesn't matter because we can leverage from a short and longs as well. So right, so let's drop the zigzag, what we have here, and we can see how the zigzag it's filter a lot of noise, and it's it's identifying, is displaying this double drive to me, And like I say, I use the X point, which we can name that, and then we are going to ensure that we display, just to maintain it clean and to avoid cluttering the chart, we are going to display, we are going to make them visible only on the 4 hours time frame chart. 4 hours, let's leave from 4 and 4. So I'm going to just drop the price labels in each legs. That will be my X point. That will be A. B. C. And D. Okay, and we have definitely, so we have a harmonic patterns, yeah, and this will be similar to a Garley, but Garley will have a retracement of 78%, and in this case the price hasn't arrived to this point, as I can see, and it's more likely a 707.61. 61.8 or something like that, so definitely we have a 78. 707, it didn't even arrive, so it didn't even arrive to the 78.6%. Right. And let's draw the pattern here. So we have that, and then we have this leg, and that's it. And thus we can ensure that we have the equal AB equals CD patterns here, and we already draw the Fibonacci for our support and resistance level. The 38% is doesn't seem respecting that level very much, but we can leave it there because it may not respect the level in the beginning, but it may respect the level at some point as well. Right. Well, I do trade gold on the daily basic, and I have executed few trades here. The first one, it was already after I see an impulse following by a retracement of this ABC. If I go to the one hour time frame chart, there is a pattern, and this it was executed and it was profit already. Okay, I don't really want to go into execution profiting, but I will give you a ride until we are gonna arrive to the 18th, Friday 18th already. That is where price currently at. What is price currently closed yesterday? Okay, so there was my first pattern, and that pattern it came to my entry level. So what is my entry level? Normally what I do the entry level is the first sequence of the Fibonacci, so that was the 23%. So after an impulse, the price came and retested this entry level, so we can even set the name and remove that, so that how will be set in my EL. So right at that entry level, we have a pattern already. Okay, so this was precisely, this trade was executed very, very precisely. Anyways, as the price moved to the 61.8%, as we were on the 4 hours time frame chart, this pattern formed. The end, it was on 25th of May, so we are in couple months already, and we have already traded bullish and bearish patterns here, and I prioritize the bullish patterns, like I say, when we have a bullish, when we have identified a bullish harmonic or a bullish symmetry. Right, we have, as the price pushed to the upside, the first thing that I identified before anything else was this this blank space, this black space that we have here, doesn't matter. So we have these blank spaces here, and the same I have copy and paste the AB equals CD. We could do similar to the BC, yeah, and we could do here that, for example, that was another pattern that took place. I think that the gold had the opportunity already to go down at this point, right? So you will have go to the upside, you will have formed here a fake out price action pattern, and it had the chance already to go to the upside. And let me draw the shape of each pattern so we keep track of them. So there will be a double drive, and then we have a 1-to-1. I will call 101, 101, 1-to-1. So that it will be a some different similarities with the double drive, basically. Okay, so pretty much I would say it will have been here, it will have been there. I'm gonna do here because the price took here. So like I say, then this will be X A that we have a B, that's the C, and then we have the D. Okay, so like I said, I think that the market, if we were looking at berries, it will have take the previous, the 3,120 already. Okay, so we have a pattern there. Now, as the price finds support at the 23.6%, we begin to do again equal legs along the way. So we have here another one, for example. That will be the same like this 1-to-1, so that will be a 1-to-1 as well, a 101. So it's just here we have a bearish, pardon. This is that's a bullish one. That will be like this. So this indicate me that I didn't draw for you first. Let me draw. That's telling me that this A, so that's we can send A, so we begin trade another A, B, C, and D. So that's telling me that the CD is similar to the AB swing as well. And I'm gonna show you as well how I use a price completion zone as well. So that's A, B. C. And A, D. And I'm doing this video and you may ask yourself, yeah, but are we bullish or bearish? Well, I already telling you, I already give you the support and resistance levels and where we heading, where we have, where the price has hit before, but where we may still be heading there. But we'll get there and we'll find out from where we can buy and what decision we can make. The decision we can make at the moment is just to wait for the price to tell you. But I need to do few patterns here and then decide whether if we are gonna buy or we can be selling Monday. We can be selling Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe who knows, or maybe it's gonna come back to 23. So I don't know yet. Anyways, so we have an AB equals CD, price completion zones when I already have when the price is moving to the downside, So the price completion zones I use is the 78 100%. That is when I'm looking for the price to so we can see how the price held in between the 78, the 100, yes, so especially at the 78. So it comes to the 78, it closed and it retested, yeah, and it became to trade to the upside, and then we have a volume over here as well. So that will be a price completion zone, and then for the target, so I'm going for BCD, and I will target again the 78 and the 100%, and then we target this one. What happened on these targets? Because there is the possibility that this forming another pattern. So as far as I can identify and as far as I know, then, because here we have 3 equal legs, for example. So that will become a 3 drives instead of 2. So this is easily patterns that we can identify with the swings, and even though I'm not using the zigzag here, but if we drop the zigzag, it's just there, as you can see. So we have 3 drives, and we can name this 1, for example. So that's a drive 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1, 0, 2. That will be easier to do. A, B. That will be a lot easier to do. 0. That will be easiest to do 1, 2, and 3. So we have drive 1, 2, and 3. 0. 0 is here. Sorry, that's A, B. I'm not sure how the 3 drives is actually drawn. I can't remember right now. Right. Oh, what is saying in the video? I can't remember how the 3 drives are drawn now. Haha. Anyways, you know what? I'm gonna just do the XA. Sorry about that. I will have to check the book, my book actually, and that will be XAB. So I'm gonna remove that because I can't remember how it's drawn, and it doesn't matter. C and D. What is time for this video? Sorry guys, I'm trying to show you something and I don't even know how to name the 3 drives patterns. Anyway, that's good because I didn't plan anything, and that's good to happen. X, A, B, C, D, so we have a 3 drives berries here. I was looking at the 30 minutes, and so symmetry will tend to be broken as well when it's past the 100. So it's the same like if we have a support resistance levels, this Fibonacci, once they broke down, then is a support resistance level, they the same. So what happened is that once the price broke, as you look here, I have set my targets. But my target will be the same as if I want to trade the symmetry to the downside. It broke as well, broke retest, and then we have volume to the downside. I didn't took that short though, and I want to tell you why, because I wanted to still trade the upside. Eventually, we have price past price completion 1, price completion 2, and fake out a little bit here. The next pattern I identify, it was, well, I have to tell you that there was, here it was an ABC, there was another pattern, here it was an inverse head and shoulders, so this pattern it was trade, there was even rectangle channels going on the 30, on the 15 minutes time frame charts. We have some diamonds as well. We have dragons patterns. So if you are not into patterns, so yeah, you will think that we have crocodiles patterns, and it wouldn't be the first time that I heard that. But I tell you something, guys. You look for one of these patterns, you take your chart, and I guarantee that you will see these exactly patterns all over the charts. And what's the importance of this pattern? Well, the first is that they will give me, by measuring the height of the pattern, is like a double bottom. For example, you measure the bottom and the neckline, and then you extend the 200%. So, and you want to target the 200, so the depth of the, so it's exactly the same. This pattern, they will give me a depth where I can set Fibonacci, and I can precisely enter and exit the market and precisely set my stop losses as well. Okay, once I have these price completion zones ready, the only thing that I want is just volume. And then, yes, so we can see where the volumes are kicking, for example. So we have to the downside. We squeeze a little bit more of the charts. We have this already give you volume. This one give you volume to the upside. We have volume here already with this. I did market there. We have volume. Yeah, we can see if we switch to one hour time frame chart as well. It gives you indicating that bars that is taking what is market participants they jump in there. Here, for example, we have the first instance of an ABC. So we have A, B, and C. That's it. I did identify other patterns here, but this alone is just an ABC, and then we have volume to the downside as well. Did I have an ABC here as well? Can't remember if I took that trade to the upside. Definitely I have everything, every single pattern safe. So yeah, I definitely trade the downside. I went down, yeah, I remember that, and yeah, I trade the upside. I trade the downside because of because of the one-to-one pattern. Then I trade the upside because the inverse head and shoulders. We can see the ABC structure here as well. And then here, if we zoom in into the 1 hour time frame chart, this is if you are familiar with other blocks, so that we could take another block here as well in this. That could have been, we could have leveraged a short there as well. Anyways, let's move forward. Here we have we can identify another pattern, which is the AB equals CD. So we have this swing down here. If we copy and paste that, is equals in length. So we have an AB equals CD here as well. So that was another pattern that I trade as well to target 1 and 2. And we can change the color just to see what is going on here. So let's leave this color like that. That's A. That's B, C, and D. Let me just. I hope that the daily time frame still looks clean. I don't know about the 1 hour. We could have a look. ABC, and then we have D. All of these patterns, they form, it can be C or D, they form some support and resistance levels. So as you can see, we have the D forms close to the 61.8, and then we have the ABCD, and D forms right at the 23.6%, so it was our support. Let's move on. So we are like that. Yeah. So our main pattern is the double drive. So we keep long. That's my main focus right now in this market. And we have 1 hour time frame chart, and I'm drawing, and that's gonna be okay. We can see the patterns there. That's gonna be okay. Okay, that's not messy. All right, good. So we trade the AB equals CD, target 1 to achieve. Then what happened here? We have ABCD. Here we have another block. So again, if you're familiar with other blocks, we have another one over here. For me, what I look in, it's basically a symmetry. And in this case, I had a lot of volume in this trade down, so it wasn't a trade for me. But eventually, yeah, I get. I think it was like this. That was, yeah, so that was the price completion zone, and then we get to the pip to the downside. But this was more on 1 hour time frame chart, because the 4 hour, oh yeah, well no, it's not quite there, or the 2 hours time frame chart. Yeah, that was 2 hours time frame. So we can go through the 2 hours time frame chart as well. I don't really. So that was in 2 hours. So price completion zone, we get here, we have volume, it breaks. So it breaks the price completion zone. Let's draw it again. So the targets, and then price completion. So the same, 78.1, price completion zone 78.1. So this is how price is moving in between this Fibonacci level. Sometimes he's the 127, 1618%, but mainly is how the price is moving in symmetry swings. Yep, so we have volume, and we have volume and the retest of the 78. So we have here a confluence resistance over here, support resistance, and it broke below, and then we have it broke with convention, and then we have a retest, and it went straight. There was a couple days trades. Yeah, and then we hit the 78%. The 78%. I'm looking at this chart because I have this is Blackpool exchange. The price is a little bit off. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we leave this in 2, and then because we come into an end, we are in 4. Let's go to 4. So we trade down in the 2 hours here, and now what happened here? That we have again another harmonics. X, A, B, C, and D. And since this level is not playing really well, I'm gonna just remove it. This 38% for now. Right, so we have X. X, A, B, X, A, B, C, D. And we have here another, not a double drive, because here we don't have the A to B similarities, similar. So that's A, so X, A, B, that's A on the top, C, and D, that's bottom. And again, we trade bullish, and we get the targets as well. So that was the target one. So again, I take the swing in this case scenario. So for XABCD patterns, so that will be harmonic pattern, I will take the X to A to D, and then again I will do the first one. It will be the targets 6. It will be the 70A So here is the thing that I can already feel whether if the market is gonna go to the 61 or the 78 most of the time, because I'm gonna explain you where I did set my 78 as a target and it precisely hit the 61, but I tend to do the 61 as a target and then leave the 78 and the 100 for completion zones. That will be a more, how do I call you, a more, I don't have the word right now, a more wise option to do rather than target the whole way. Anyway, so yeah, I had the 78 in this occasion, the 78, so I have target 61 or 60. I think I have in this occasion the 61. Anyway, I have all, I telling you, I have all the charts, all the setup saved. Right, so XABCD, that's it, targets, and here I began to identify a very cipher pattern, okay, XABCD, but I didn't actually take, yeah, so if I just draw, we can see a cipher pattern here. Now I didn't took the cipher pattern, but what I will, because of the amount of volume it was here, but what I did took, it was on a 30 time frame, and you will see how all the patterns, they are just exactly the same. Okay, so once you begin to identify the pattern, they just comes, they are just on the daily basics, and you will trade them with this. So that's all I have to say. They are so simple to use. Using only the zigzag is the only thing that you need to know how to interpret them. Then we have, so in this, look, this AB equals CDs, they tend to be exactly the same, and I can actually tell you what it was. One, I'm gonna go, that was a trade I missed, and it was exactly here. So that was in the high. I think that this black bull exchange broken is giving me kind of wrong prices, but this should look, that was an ABCD pattern, that was like that. I think this is not really the IC broker that I used. Most of others, they kind of have more similar prices than this black boot exchange, because you could see that this is exactly a really nice symmetry instead, not from that high, but from this one, and this is so different from other brokers I use. Right, so we have here a case of symmetry, for example, so A, B, C, D, so that will be a case there, and that's what is going on the 2 hours time frame chart that we see earlier as well, and that's what we see in here. But so it will tend to be exactly the same, and sometimes it's a little bit extended. But if we have the price, if we're respecting the price and looking, that symmetry and looking, then now we're ready to go. So what happened here that I don't want to short the market, but I mean, if he's telling me, hey, I'm going down, then of course I will do my best to do so. We have double top. I seen this market, I seen the double top. I seen the double top in between the double top, and this is patterns that definitely you want to try. Okay, well, I didn't sort that. Then we have the late that came USA. So I'm checking the 2 o'clock. Yeah, well, it came the breakout. Blah blah blah. I didn't took. And then overnight came to, and I'm gonna tell you how I trade the double how I trade the double bottoms is another way, but how I want to ensure I'm trading a double bottom is when the price actually respect this 50% from the neckline to the second top. So we can see that the price respect the 50% over here. So I have right now a confluence, Fibonacci, I have my price completion zone, I have the 78, the 100, and now I have the 50% as well. So it did respect that, and yeah, I don't hesitate to have to take this trade as well to the downside, to where? Pues to the 78 and to the 100% as well. So I have another trade over here, and then 78 100, 78 100, 78 100, and this since they went to the second, to the second one. Good. Well, what else? Then what happened here? What happened here? That yeah, so went down. Good. Couple nice trade to the downside. That's okay. And then what happened here is that we have A, B, C, and D. If we take, it's not quite, it's in price, but it's not quite, it's a little bit off in, it's a little bit off, right? Okay. What happened here when I was saying earlier that I should, the wise thing to do is to always hit the 1618 and then leave the price completion zone. Yeah, and that was a good example, because if you're making a 2,000 pounds in question of minutes, and that 2,000 pounds they just vanish in a matter of seconds as well. Well, in this case took a little bit more, but not that I lose the trade, but I didn't make what I should have made. Anyways, shit happens. So yeah, expecting for that 78%, and the thing is that I'm still expecting that, because you know what, the price still is respecting. So we have price completion zone over here. So the price still is respecting the 100%. That's another long that I did on Friday, Thursday, and then on Friday it keeps the bullish momentum. Now what happened here? Well, at the moment we see volumes to the upside, but you know what, this kind of zigzags, I don't really like them. And the reason why is because if we look, if we go back to the daily, let's see if it's not too messy. Right, if we go back to the daily, I don't think we need that. Right, one, it's bullish, right? That's what I'm looking at. One is bullish, but I don't get married with any patterns as well. So what I want is the price to tell me, and I spend a lot of time analyzing charts. I spend the 80% of the time analyzing charts, and I'm a very percent of my time trading, basically, actually. But this small percent of a trade is just good enough for me, and I really like to analyze the chart. So when it comes to trading, so we have your 5%, your 2 or 3 5% is the time that you're gonna be into the trade. Anyway, that's it. The rest of the time you are gonna spend sitting. I don't like to sit, I like to work. Right, so what I mean with that is if I drop this zigzag over here, we can see this A, B, C. Let's remove that from the daily. So let's go to the hour. Oh, sorry, no, that's supposed to be A, B, C. That's supposed to be there. So A, B, C, D, E. Let's remove that from daily. Remove that from daily. It looks a little bit messy. Let's remove that from daily. Let's actually leave that, because that's gonna be our double drive entry L. We can actually double drive. Let's clean up a little bit. Let's leave that, because that's part of the one-to-one berries that he had the chance to go lower, but yeah, he found support at the 23. So we have two patterns, just exactly in this one. And what he's telling me that the double drive it has is the priority, it has priority. Then as I actually drop the zigzag here as well, what I see is an ABC pattern. This from here to here. Let's actually use this triangle from here to here, and then let's remove this. So that is gonna be an A. A, B, and C. Head and shoulder, guys. Do we see any head and shoulders there? We have the left, the head, right shoulders. Yeah, we could see something there. Well, until the price, we need price here. Yeah, we need the surge in volume at this breakout. So it's not confirmed yet. We have at the right shoulder. Yeah, I'm not gonna draw it, but let's just imagine that is there. At the right shoulder we have the ABC. So what I'm gonna do is set my Fibonacci levels here, and I'm gonna use the 23. That is where sorry, my entry level it was from the prior, the most important swing. That's it. That was my entry level. That's where the Garley, the harmonic patterns took play. Okay, so I can name that, because this is my two ELs on the daily. This is the ABC. And I can remove the Fibonacci, so it just to keep a clean chart as much as I can. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, and then we have the A, B, C. Okay, right. This looks bullish. Okay. So we have we did have this Garley harmonics pattern again coming to the price completion zone. Then it did trigger me along again with volume. So I want that confirmation that is going, and that I want to be trading in a fiber. The target, I do a little short in the next day anyway, and then we have the another symmetry here. So that's another AB equals CD. I don't know if all of these patterns are gonna be the price is gonna respect until it actually respects and trigger a position. I don't know if you know what I mean, okay? Because I do identify these patterns with ease, and I don't know if for some of you it's really hard to kind of identify these patterns or no, but I mean they there, and this is what I've been doing for so long that it just comes so natural for me to do so already. Right. What about, here is what happened now. Yes, I wanted to do the ABC. I wanted to do that percentage because the price is at the 38%, and like I say, I use the 38% a lot for support and resistance levels. So here is what here is gonna happen for next week. Here's what I'm gonna tell you what is happens, and I think that we came to the end of the video basically. So basically, bulls is above the 3,375 right now. That's one thing. The price needs to keep rolling up. Now one thing that I have here, so again, a zigzag. This will be in 2 hours because I already know. Now, if I measure my symmetry here, what is going on? We have A, B, C. The price has reached a 78, again 78%. Okay, so we have a price completion zone there. What happened? That we have similarities in move here already. We have made a higher, we have like a fake out sort of pattern here. We have, it has fake the previous high, it has fake the previous low. My first instinct is to follow the bulls. This is my first instinct. But my second instinct is to let the price to confirm. So I'm not gonna buy, I'm not gonna sell until the price is gonna tell me what he's gonna do. So we have buyers above, especially the 38%. So we'll see if the price is gonna trade above the price completion zone. That will be a resistance, but like this resistance, they're meant to be broken as well. If the price is gonna respect this level over there without taking this high, because it's from the point I'm setting the Fibonacci already. If it's about to take another high and still it comes and it breaks the 78, I will have to move the Fibonacci. But at the moment, if the price remains there, so that will be what we are gonna looking at. And if the price is gonna go there, then another then this triangle is gonna be bearish. Then most probably the price has broke down, and then it's just retesting this floor of the symmetrical triangle. That's the only way that I can interpret this. Yeah, because it's respecting. We have a retracement of the about the 61.8. That will be a 61.8. Yes, right there. So The price needs to break very convincingly 3,375. Yeah, eventually it needs to get inside the floor of the symmetrical triangle and above of the ceiling of the symmetrical triangle. Otherwise, just looking at the chart right now at this level, with a 61% retracement of the AEB, so C is a 61% of AEB, what it could happen as well, that we have the ideal ratios for the price to go lower as well. To where? Well, so we'll be looking at any area like that. This is, of course, if we, yeah, so if it's gonna come down, I don't know. My view still remains bullish, but I don't know until the price is gonna confirm, or right now, maybe tomorrow I comes to the conclusion. If I see any other idea coming with a fresh mind, I will definitely let you guys know. Gold analysis are published in my Patreon page at tradechartpatternslikethepros. I not only post gold, but the entire forex. You have, for example, the price completion zones, where the price is the potential price reversals, and then I send you an after as well. We are in a growing community. All the contributions are invested back to you, and on collections you can find all the past patterns as well that we've been trading. So you will have from trading psychology to read a bit during the weekend, all the patterns that I use. So most probably you will find I trade more often some of them than others. And you will find educational contents, strategies. Also, you have a weekly report as well that's delivered on Sundays, where I analyze the entire market as well. I share sometimes educational posts like this as well. So yeah, hope to see you there. I also have a web page at tradechartpatternslikethepros.com. You can have a look there, and we'll be migrating soon, but you can take a place right now.